Like how big this is on scale. Like it's, you know, you look up there's so much detail in this church, and they like didn't miss a beat.
Hi, I'm an abandoned church, Lorraine Cink.
I'm your favorite cloak, I'm Langston.
And this is Earth's Mightiest Show.
We are counting down to the second season of Marvel's Cloak and Dagger on Freeform on April 4th.
Yeah, and to help us explore all of our hopes and fears for the new season, we have our friends, Ryan Penagos from This Week in Marvel, and Angélique Roché from Marvel's Voices. Hello.
Hi.
Hey, Judy. Hi. Okay, let's get into it. I want to talk about season 2 and the premiere. What are we looking forward to?
I am looking forward to some behind-the-scenes magic happening.
Yeah, all right.
Ooh, I like that. I need to know what happened with Connors, especially knowing the way the season ended, his story. Where has he gone?
Truth.
Ooh, where are you? Yes, I want to see, I'm all about powers, right? So I want to see more of Tyrone and Tandy developing their powers and their partnership. We saw the cloak, we saw daggers, we saw hopes, we saw fears. I want more powers.
Oh, I'm so here for it. And you know what else I'm excited for in this show? That we have an exclusive clip from the season 2 premiere. So
yes. Well, wait, before we dive into season 2, I think we got to get caught up on the action from season 1. So here is Lorraine teleporting in with your ASAP recap.
This is your ASAP recap of Marvel's Cloak and Dagger season 1, and here we go. Tandy and Tyrone were small kids when an oil rig explosion changed their lives forever. Tyrone lost his brother Billy, and Tandy lost her father. Now teenagers, Tyrone attends a prestigious prep school, while Tandy is a homeless con artist who drugs rich kids and
jack them of their rich kid stuff.
Tandy and Tyrone reconnect when she hits a party and jacks his wallet. He chases her and powers collide. Both Tandy and Tyrone start having visions of people's hopes and fears. But things heat up for our heroes when the guy that Tandy ripped off attacks her and she accidentally stabs him with a dagger of light. So Tandy goes on the run, leaving behind her partner in crime and romance, Liam. Meanwhile, Tyrone finds the cop that murdered his brother Billy, Detective Connors. Ty wants justice, which is why he keeps unconsciously teleporting to Connors. Both Tandy and Tyrone get a Voodoo prescription for clarity with the help of his new lady friend Evita and her mambo auntie Chantel, which helps, but also reveals that one member of the Divine Pairing must always die, so not as helpful.
Detective O'Reilly.
Detective Brigid O'Reilly is also on the scene and seems to be on Tandy's side. Good, we're gonna need all of the help we can get. Tandy finally realizes
How when you touch people, you can see their fears.
Yeah?
And how when I touch someone, I can see their hopes. Why not use it?
Tandy uses her hopeful powers to get clues on Roxanne, who discredited her dad, by pretending to be the intern for Mina Hess, the daughter of her father's former partner. While Tyrone works his way into Billy's old friend Dwayne's circle of trust because he's now Connor's drug lord.
Guess we're both up for different lives.
Things go upside down when Connors has Dwayne ambush Detective O'Reilly, but she takes him out instead.
No!
Tandy and Tyrone both escape and follow Mina to learn that Nathan Bowen's partner Ivan Hess is the lone survivor from the rig explosion and is stuck in a catatonic state. With some hard work, Tandy and Ty help him awaken and Mina is reunited with her dad. Yay! Ivan gives Tandy the clue she needs to bust Roxanne once and for all, including how the energy that gave them their powers also makes people become berserk terrors. Tandy uses all of the clues to capture Roxanne's evil chief executive of risk management, Scarborough, while Tyrone tricks Connors into confessing to Detectives O'Reilly and Fuchs. Connors goes to jail and Tandy and Tyrone are a-okay. When Tandy sees through her mom's fears that her dad was actually abusive, she's destroyed and takes a payoff from Scarborough. But her freshly sprung from prison ex, Liam, steals it. O'Reilly also discovers that her new boo, Fuchs, has been put on ice by Connors, literally. And worst of all, Connors frames Tyrone for Fuchs' murder. Oh, and remember that prophecy? It's Mardi Gras, and fear-inducing energy from Roxanne's pipes makes terrors run rampant through the city like a zombie apocalypse. It seems like either Tandy or Tyrone must die, but by sticking together, they find the source of the energy and defuse it, also stopping the terrors. Meanwhile, Connor shoots O'Reilly into the water during the explosion. Connors then comes for the Divine Pairing, but disappears into Tyrone's cloak. Our Divine Pairing has lots yet to fix, but at least things across the city seem a little quieter. Except for Brigid O'Reilly emerging from the water? I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens in season 2 of Marvel's Cloak and Dagger. Watch all episodes of Marvel's Cloak and Dagger season 1 now streaming on Hulu and Freeform.com, and tune in for the 2-hour second season premiere of Marvel's Cloak and Dagger at 8 p.m. April 4th, only on Freeform. Whew!
Woo, that was quite a bit of ground to cover. Welcome back, Lorraine. Our heroes, they're getting powers, they save the city, and quite the intriguing post-credit scene. If you haven't already, go back and watch all episodes of season 1 available on Hulu and freeform.com. But my faithful friends, I gotta ask you, what was your favorite moment from season 1 of Marvel's Cloak and Dagger?
You know what, I'm just gonna jump on this and say Tandy and Tyrone's relationship, the way it stepped up. I loved when he was there for her when she's with her mom and finding out her dad wasn't the nicest guy. I just really loved seeing them come together as BFFs. It was really nice.
Yeah, and you know what? From emoji to basically watching Tyrone go off and save the world, I loved Evita and Tyrone. They're adorable. I hope this works out. I need more.
Yeah, speaking of saving the world, they saved the city using their powers, and that was my favorite moment, seeing them fully become Cloak and Dagger, seeing that moment where they officially become superheroes. It was sweet. It was awesome.
Speaking of sweet, my nickname when I was a mathlete was Cookie, and I love me a good cookie. So Mina baking that perfect cookie using the power of science, so good.
So good and so delish. All right, now that we are all caught up on season 1, we have an exclusive clip from the first episode of season 2, and we're gonna check that out right now.
You miss it?
Nah. I can practice as much as I can in here, right?
No, I mean the real it. In the thick of it, risking your life moment to moment, the saving the world. Fresh?
Definitely don't miss running away from bullets, risking my life, almost dying. Putting my family in danger, no.
Yeah, but don't you get restless?
Yeah? I suppose I do sometimes.
What do you do?
What I'm supposed to do. Fight it.
Okay.
All right. You know, it always really amazes me how the show is able to just create these really rich worlds, from the streets of New Orleans to the incredible built sets. And Angélique, I heard that you had the opportunity to see it firsthand. You went down to New Orleans, right?
I did, which I gotta first say, like, I love going down to New Orleans. It's a city with so much character, and which I personally love because I'm from there. But yeah, it's just such an amazing, incredible city, and it's so exciting seeing such a great show there.
Nice. Well, let's use a little bit of Tyrone's teleportation power to get you all down to New Orleans so you can see it for yourself. Check it out.
Hi guys, we are on the set of Marvel's Cloak and Dagger here in New Orleans, Louisiana, checking out some of the behind the scenes from season 2. And we're gonna have a really special person give us a little bit of a tour. Come on.
Hi.
Hey!
Welcome to the church.
This is amazing.
Pretty cool, right? This is the church that you're probably very familiar with because it plays a lot in season 1 and season 2. Interesting fact, in the pilot, they shot in an actual church, but that church is being turned into a music venue. Oh. So then they had to replicate it, and they built this to scale.
Your character actually gets to spend some time here at St. Teresa's in season 2.
I teleport with Ty. It's the first time he teleports Brigid.
So a lot has changed since season 1. It's been 8 months, and there's a new resident. We should go. You want to go check it out?
Let's go check it out, see if we can find some clues.
Ooh. So, where are we right now?
So we're in the back end of the church, or the front end, I guess. And if you look around, you might find some clues as to who lives here now. There's some boys' clothes, or young male adult clothes, I guess he's an adult. There's basketball, some weights, so I think that we would find that Tyrone Johnson lives in this church now.
He's done a little bit of refitting of the church.
The crew is amazing. Their attention to detail is striking, and the fact like how big this is on scale, like it's, you know, you look up there, there's so much detail in this church, and they like didn't miss a beat. And welcome to the Johnson family home.
This is amazing. So much detail, from the wall paintings to the coffered ceilings. Like, I feel like I'm at home.
Yeah, it's pretty spectacular. Like I said before, the art department does such a good job in making everything like so precise and exact. It's pretty incredible.
Yeah, and I feel like there's this moment in a lot of the episodes where you get to see the Johnson family on the wall, and then there's these beautiful pictures of New Orleans everywhere. Curtains are to the T. It feels like it's lived in. Like we are actually in a home
Yeah.
by City Park.
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually where we shot the exteriors and a lot of backing dogs, gotta say.
Ooh,
Yeah, a lot of backing dogs.
Man, I do really feel like I am in New Orleans, and this has been incredible. Thank you so much for taking us on this tour.
You're so welcome.
You know, this is just a small portion of the amazing sets on site and on the soundstage that you're gonna see on Marvel's Cloak and Dagger in season 2, and I can't wait. That was so much fun, and it's just so amazing to see, like, right in front of your face, the amazing sets and background that is Marvel's Cloak and Dagger.
Yeah, yeah. I'm also very jealous you got to go to New Orleans because New Orleans is awesome.
It's very nice.
My wife's from there, so I go to New Orleans at least once or twice a year. What did you eat? Did you eat all the food? I want all the food. Did you bring any food back?
I was gonna bring back Gator, but it's really hard to fit in a suitcase.
I don't doubt it.
It also probably would be smelly by now. Anyways, that's not the only insight we got into Marvel's Cloak and Dagger season 2. We also had the opportunity to meet with Joe Pokaski, the showrunner of Marvel's Cloak and Dagger, for what the divine pairing is up to.
I think one of my favorite things about Tandy and Tyrone when I was growing up is they were the ones looking out for the lost kids. They were the ones messing with drug dealers, dealing with trafficked women, and this is a story that only Tandy and Tyrone can tread in. Hey, I'm Joe Pokaski. I'm the executive producer and showrunner of Marvel's Cloak and Dagger. When we first started talking about season 1, we liked the idea of a call to action, of are you a hero? And Tandy and Tyrone kind of take their time and get through their own baggage and decide they are heroes. And season 2, really, we help define what kind of heroes they're gonna be. So we throw a lot of complex issues at them. We throw someone named Mayhem in the mix, and they kind of are allowed to have this debate as to what kind of heroes Cloak and Dagger are going to be. And what we've decided to introduce is a real villain in terms of human trafficking. There's somewhere between 100 to 400,000 human beings being trafficked in America right now. And we kind of know where they are, we're just not doing enough to get them. So we thought we'd put Tandy and Tyrone on the case and maybe help move the needle. I think Tandy and Tyrone are very unique in the Marvel landscape, where they're vigilantes. So what we've done, which I think will be interesting, is we've put this crazy vigilante in Mayhem between Tandy and Tyrone, and now there's this debate as to whether or not what Mayhem is doing is right or wrong or effective or not. And it allows them to kind of step into the gray areas of morality a little better. There's a lot I can't tell you what's in store for Brigid. The one thing I can say is that Emma Lahana really brings her acting to the next level. I think there's a tension between Brigid and Mayhem that is within all of us. The kind of person that wants to throw over the table and burn down the world against the person that wants to be polite. And it's so fun to see Emma bring it to the screen. And just to spoil it, she's not even the big bad. Hopefully you liked season 1 of Cloak and Dagger, but you should probably hang on to your hats for season 2 because the kid gloves are off, the training wheels are off.
All right, I like this. Looks like season 2 is really raising the stakes for Tandy and Tyrone, even though the stakes for season 1 were already staked.
Well,
staked so high.
delish. Well, it has to heat up when you consider what kind of mayhem is already being hinted at in season 2.
Oh, for sure. And, you know, since Joe is such a big fan of the comics, he understands how to really make this tough for his characters, even after you think that they've really reached their limits, because season 1 was #lit.
Classic comics move.
It is classic comics. Oh, you know, one of my favorite parts of watching Marvel's Cloak and Dagger is that the comic references are so subtle and so delicious. And if you're looking for even more context into those references, hey, Ryan.
Oh, hi.
I hear that you have some ideas of comics that we should be reading, like you do for our own Marvel's Cloak and Dagger.
Yes. Okay, so first I would say check out Cloak and Dagger #1, which came out in '83. So they first appeared in like a year and a half before that, but this is their first series, and you get to see them sort of figuring out their powers, who they are, their relationship, really getting into things in New York. And then, of course, we want to learn more about Mayhem. So you got to go to Cloak and Dagger #5 from their second series, which is from 1986. It's really cool. You see how Brigid becomes Mayhem, and it's harrowing. It's really creepy. It's really cool. And of course, we've got a brand new series called Cloak and Dagger Negative Exposure, which is really, really cool. It follows them like now, where they are, what they've been doing, how their relationship has evolved and changed, and sort of gets them in an interesting place.
Ooh, well, I got a little bit of reading to do. Lorraine and Angélique, you also have some more goodness coming from us from Marvel's Cloak and Dagger, do we not?
Oh yeah, I have a lot of daggers up my sleeve.
What?
She does. She
That's
does, in
true.
fact.
You brought that,
True.
but not the gator?
No. But I see you. But you know, Angélique and I are actually, we're back with another round of the Marvel After Show. It's a podcast. This time we are going to be talking with the cast and creators of Marvel's Cloak and Dagger Season 2.
We have the inside scoop on every single episode, and if you are subscribed to the podcast, you'll get to listen to a new episode each week that drops right after you watch a new episode of Marvel's Cloak and Dagger, Thursdays at 8 p.m. on Freeform.
Yeah, and we've also got the showrunner Joe Pokaski, writers right out of that writer's room, and of course, your favorite stars, including Emma Lahana, Ali Maki, and we're kicking off the whole dang season with Tandy and Tyrone themselves, Olivia Holt and Aubrey Joseph. So cool. You should listen to the first episode of the Marvel After Show about Marvel's Cloak and Dagger Season 2 and the whole lead up. It's going to get you ready for that first episode of the show, and it's available right now in real life on Marvel.com or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Well, I just wish April 4th would hurry up and get here.
Yeah.
All this good stuff, and I want it to happen right now.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I want some more divine pairing, I think, right now.
I'm all here for it. Well, listen, special thanks to our special guests, Angélique Roché and Ryan Penagos, for being here with us. Where should people find you?
Well, you can find me on Marvel's Voices every other Thursday, as well as, obviously, the Marvel After Show.
Yeah.
I'm on This Week in Marvel every Friday, Marvel's Pull List every Tuesday. Sometimes I'm just all over the place.
He's omnipresent.
Anywhere you want, really.
Yeah. All right, we're going to give you one last taste of Marvel's Cloak and Dagger Season 2 before we go. But first, tell us whose power of cloak or dagger you'd like to borrow and what you do with it. And use the hashtag Earth's Mightiest Show. And be sure, of course, to watch the 2-hour season premiere of Marvel's Cloak and Dagger on April 4th at 8 p.m. only on Freeform.
And now, as promised, take one last look at Marvel's Cloak and Dagger Season 2. Enjoy.
Look who's been practicing.
You been practicing?
Oh, yeah.
I know what you're gonna say. It's dangerous.
I was gonna say, why didn't you ask me to help?
There are things that I can do.
Did you just... You have no tricks. So do I.
Thanks for watching Earth's Mighty Show. If you like this, please like this and subscribe to the Marvel channel.
Or click the box over there to watch our last episode.
Which power do you want, cloak or dagger?
I mean, I gotta go with Cloak, because that cloak is so sweet. It looks so cozy.